all you coin collectors out there, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we've got some 1972 United States dimes for you. We have the 1972 D from Denver, the 1972 plain, because in 1972 they did not put the P on, so the 1972 plain is a Philadelphia mint. And then we have the 1972 S, which was the proof coin for that year from San Francisco. Now, some people get a little excited when they see the 1972 S's or 73s or 74s, but don't get too excited. The U.S. Mint does make proof dimes that are silver, but they did not make this proof dime silver until 1992. And even in 1992, not all the proof dimes were silver. So be very careful out there. These 1972 S proof coins are not silver. They are the same makeup as all the rest. They are a copper nickel clad copper. So the center of all of these coins is copper, and then a copper nickel clad exterior. Now if we flip this up, and this is how you can always tell the dimes are not silver, and that is you flip it up and you can see the copper interior. Can you see that on the proof coin? Yes, you can. And we flip it up and you can see it's a beautiful copper on a proof coin, of course. It's more shiny and more beautiful, but you know when you tip it up then it's not silver. Now, the 1972 proof coins are very affordable. You can probably, if you're real lucky, get one between 50 cents and $1. I was able to get this one at Andrew's Coin Shop in Delray Beach, Florida, for around 50 something cents. They were very good to me there, and I got a couple proof dimes from them, and I'll do videos on them, and I'll make sure I remember to reference Andrews, because they were, again, the lady there was very good to me about these coins. Now, if you look at the front of the coin, you see that it says, I'm going to fold this back down and change the light just a bit. If you look at the front of the coin, you see it says Liberty. It's Franklin D. Roosevelt here. Under his chin it says, "In God We Trust." And if we go way in, we see that on this one up here, this is a D for the Denver Mint. And then right down underneath his collar here, we see that there's a J and an S, and that's for John Sinnock, Sinnock, who was the engraver of this coin. And this is, of course, the Philadelphia version with no letter on there. So we have the D here. We have the no letter here for the Philadelphia version. And there's a number of other Philadelphia versions in various shapes. These ones outside all came from pocket change. So the 72 is easy to get in pocket change in the US. This one, of course, is not so easy to get in pocket change. And you can tell that it's a proof coin. Look how my pen just kind of shines in there. And if you tip it up a little bit, you can just see how it gets a little bit of color in it, and that's just a beautiful shine. So what they do with these proof coins is they put a different kind of shine on them. So when we look at this In God We Trust here, we can see the S there. This is not a very clear S, but if you tip it the right way, you can see that it clearly is an S. 1972 S, nice rim on there, kind of beautiful markings. If we flip it over, we see that it has the same reverse that these coins had from before 1965, but these coins from 1965 on were not silver, and the ones before 1965 were silver. Now, prior to that, we did have in the older coins, we did have a different back. And this, of course, is the Liberty head dime with the back here and the fascies. And then this is the 1945 Liberty head dime. And, of course, we tip this one up. You see that it is all silver. I mean, it's silver, not... The color's all silver. There's no copper color. And did you see how that kind of... You can kind of see your pen in here. So on the back it says United States of America. Underneath it says 1 dime. And across the center it says E pluribus unum. And you can really see all the detail in this particular coin. You can see the oak leaves, the acorns here. You can see the olive branch with the olives on it. You can see the dots in between and see how they break up the E pluribus unum. So E dot plu, then over here RIB, then over here US space U. There's another dot there, and then NUM. You can kind of see how the lines come through here and the flames come up. So this is clearly proof coin. Can't be mistaken for any other kind of coin. The only differentiating factor you may find is that you may find one that's a cameo, and that's just a grade that's a higher grade of this. What do these sell for? Well, they sell for anywhere between 50 to 75 cents that I bought this one for to $800 if you get it graded. Now, is it worth getting it graded? Well, this particular one, I don't think so. But if you did find one that was in incredibly good condition, maybe an MS-67, you may be able to get up there into the bigger dollars. But even the MS-67s, unless you get to an MS-67FB, which may be worth in the hundreds, the MS-67s are kind of all over the place. From looking on PCGS, you can see them an MS-67 for $950 sold at auction. And then you can see an MS-67 that sold for $26. So I would be very careful in buying one of these that wasn't professionally graded. And even if it was, I'm not sure that the value, that it's worth buying one for $900. But do what you wish. So the back of all these coins, of course, is the same. And if you go and look at the back, you see that on the regular issued circulated coins, well, there's a little bit of a flash, huh? Let's see if we can get that down a little bit. Okay, we're going to have to just drop the, there we go. Now, if we look at these coins, we see we can still see the acorn and stuff, we just can't see the detail as they get used. And you see how they kind of get smoothed down along the rim, so the rim isn't as defined as it is here. And when you get down to the E pluribus, you can't see the dots in the middle as well. And sometimes you actually get they're so worn that there's a spillover and you don't even see the rim hardly at all. Whereas in this one, you can clearly see a raised rim. You can clearly see the reeded edge. Now, this particular coin has a lot of reeds around the outside of the coin. There are 118 of these reeds, as they call them. So if you count this, where it kind of sticks out a little bit as a reed, there are 118 as you go around the outside of there. And then, of course, you can still see the copper in it. All right, that's all we have today for our 1972 proof and regular coins from the U.S. Mint. And let's see if we can get that a little bit shinier and a little bit brighter, and we'll put a stop to it right there. Have a great day from DC Coin World International Coin Channel.